The top 3 GMRS HTs handheld radios for 2022, coming into the fall of 2022. These are my top 3 choices for the most fully featured handheld GMRS radios that we can get today. Let's go.
CQ Photo, CQ Parks on the air, Kilo Charlie 5, Hotel Whiskey Bravo.
This video is sponsored by Mezzi and Palomi Coax. Mezzi and Palomi, or M&P Coax out of Italy, makes some of the best coax and best feed line, from their smallest size around 5 millimeters to their largest size around 13 millimeters and beyond. They offer something for everyone in every activity of amateur radio. Direct berry coax for your home shack and high temperature coax for those types of environments is also available from their catalog. Their Evo or Evolution PL259 connectors are some of the best I have ever seen in this industry. If you want some of the greatest coax and feed line made for the amateur radio community today, check out the link in the description below to save a 5% discount, and thank you Mezzi and Palomi for supporting this channel. Ham Radio 2.0 reviews, news, and how-tos of things that are new in amateur radio, but also in GMRS radio. Guys, I'm Jason, KC5HWB, and my GMRS call sign is WRFK311. Guess what? I took a road trip about 2 weeks ago, and I had my KG1000G, which is a mobile radio that we're not going to be talking about today, in the truck, and I was scanning as I would come through metropolitan areas, and I heard a lot of GMRS activity. So GMRS is alive and well. It's not a replacement for ham radio, but it is a good additional tool in your toolbox. And today I wanted to show you what my top 3 picks were for handheld radios as far as features go, availability, price, and all that kind of good stuff. So let's get started right now. Watch until the end of the video for a secret word so that I will know you watched until the end of the video. Put that secret word in your comment below and I will respond to all of those comments. The ironic thing about the best radios that are out there right now is that in today's world of shortages, of just global supply chain issues and whatnot that every industry is experiencing right now, a couple of these are sold out. Okay, so put them on your radar and look at them for next time. This one right here is a brand new BTEC GMRS Pro. It's an IP67 waterproof GMRS HT with Bluetooth GPS. It's app programmable. You just Bluetooth it to your phone, your smartphone. As far as I know, it works with both Android and iPhone. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's repeater capable, which means it has programmable repeaters for doing offsets for repeaters. It can't act itself as a repeater. A lot of these descriptions will say repeater capable because some of your older GMRS HTs would only do simplex. In other words, they wouldn't transmit an offset when you keyed up a repeater. I don't think that really exists much anymore these days. There may be a few really cheap radios out there that don't do that, but for the most part, that doesn't exist anymore. So it's repeater capable, dual band scanning with VHF, UHF for receive only, long range two-way radio. So currently unavailable right now. It is a 5-watt handheld two-way radio. It's a feature packed. You can see this really large screen on it. That's really kind of the selling point in my mind. It's got an incredibly large screen on it. It does have Bluetooth, so you can Bluetooth connect it to a headset, to your car if you have Bluetooth in your car. This app that's programmable right here. Once you Bluetooth the radio to your phone, you can program the radio, change channels, change volume, change mic gain. It has a mic gain in it. You can send text messages to other people with this radio. Now, it's a little bit limiting that way because you can't send text messages to other phones. You can't send text messages to other GMRS radios, at least not right now. Perhaps they'll change that in the future. I don't know. Most GMRS radios aren't able to, they don't have apps that go with them, and they don't have the capability to send data. This one actually can send and receive data, so text messaging is easy. Perhaps they'll expand that in the future, but right now, if you and your buddy and your group of friends all get this radio, then you can Bluetooth them to your phones and you can text message each other outside of the cell network. You don't need to be in a cell network. It transmits the data via text message over the GMRS frequency channel, so you all have to be set to the same channel, channel 12 or whatever, and it'll transmit a text message from you to the group. You can do single one-on-one texts. You can do group texting, whatever you want to. So that's a cool feature that I haven't seen in a GMRS radio yet. It has GPS and an onboard compass. It also includes the NOAA weather channels as receive, so you can listen to the weather channels. It has an FM radio, so you can listen to that as well. A lot of these higher-end GMRS radios today have FM radios. That's really cool. BTEC is a U.S. company. They're located in South Dakota. A lot of times they'll take Baofeng radios from China and rebrand them, kind of update them a little bit. But several of their designed radios have been designed from the ground up here in the USA. So I don't know if this is one of the ones or not. I've never seen a Baofeng version of this radio, so I kind of suspect that BTEC designed this radio and it's not a rebrand of a Baofeng or an upgraded firmware version of an existing Baofeng, because I've never seen this one before. So I suspect that this one is designed from the ground up in the USA. However, whether it is made in China and imported by BTEC, or whether BTEC designed it and had it made in China and then imported it, however that works, your technical support for BTEC is located in South Dakota. Your technical support for BaofengTech.com is inside of the USA. So if you ever need questions, warranty issues, any type of technical support at all, you contact someone inside the USA. This radio generally sells for about $139, $149, so it's on the bottom end of the top 3 list we're going to be talking about today. And if you go to Baofeng Tech's website, baofengtech.com, you can look at this radio, and it says it has a 5-week back order at the time of this recording. I have emailed Baofeng Tech. They are one of the sponsors of this show. I will put links to this radio and everything we talk about below. And I've asked them to send me one whenever they get some more back in stock, so we can do kind of a more deep dive into it. But I'm really excited about this radio. It's very cool, forward-thinking radio. A lot of extra accessories you don't have on GMRS radios today. So if I was going to do my top 1, this might even be it. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Next on the list, of course, is the Oshang, or Ocean. Every time I say Ocean, someone comes along and says, no, it's Oshang. Every time I say Oshang, sometimes someone comes along and says, no, it's Ocean. You know what? It's spelt with a W. So Woxen. The Woxen KG935G, they make a ham radio version of this, and it's unique because it has a dark background with white text. A lot of these radios will have a white background with dark or colored text or something like that, and those are great. But sometimes at nighttime they can get a little bright, and sometimes during the daytime they can be a little bit hard to see in direct sunlight. This one kind of fixes all that with colored and white bright text on it, so that kind of fixes all that. This is IP66 rated for dust and water protection. It is a direct conversion receiver. Some of these radios are super heterodyne. Generally speaking, super heterodyne is a better receiver than direct conversion. There's a lot of science behind that. I'm not going to get into that right now. But this one will hold. The reason I chose this one as the top 3 is because it's kind of like, it's got the most features, really. It holds 999 memory channels, so you can program a bunch of channels into it for monitoring capabilities. It has full color multi-theme screen, has a 3200 milliamp hour battery. It's IP66 rated. And it's got just a really cool lineup of all this stuff right here. You can see 30 GMRS channels, 8 repeater channels, up to 999 custom channels. Receive only through the 2 meters and 70 centimeters ham radio bands. No weather channels, no weather alerts. Tune specific frequencies for directly for frequency mode. So it's got a VFO in it. It's repeater capable, like we said a minute ago. 5.5 watts on maximum transmit power. It's got your CTCSS and DCS tones for sub-audible tones and operating kind of in the privacy mode. 4 color themes. 4 color display things, so you can change the colors on the display. Ocean has a really good lineup of ham radios, and they've started, a short while back, a couple, 2 or 3, 4 years ago, something like that. They started in the GMRS world, and these have been really popular among the GMRS people because they're so well built and they work so well. So the KG935G is the second one on the list today. The final one on the list today is from BetterSafeRadio.com. That's the UV9 Golf X-Ray. It is a brand new version of the UV9 Golf, UV9G. There's, again, this is Ocean, Woxen. So, long story short, Better Safe Radio contacted Oshang, and they said, hey, we want to design a GMRS radio. Can you do it for us? And they said, sure. So they worked together on it. Better Safe Radio gave them all these specs. They built one. They tested it. They said, okay, let's improve this. Went through 1 or 2 renditions of it, and boom, here we've got several radios at BetterSafeRadio.com that you can get that are made in China by Oshang, but are designed by Better Safe Radio in the USA, sold exclusively by Better Safe Radio in the USA. You can get a 7% discount on anything at BetterSafeRadio.com with the coupon code of HR2All7. I will put that link in the description below, so be sure and use that if you are planning on getting one of these radios. So this one right here says available on back order also. These have been back ordered because they have been so popular. Newly upgraded GMRS two-way radio and SHTF scanner. Co-design is sold exclusively by Better Safe Radio, like I just said. Provides reliable full-power recreation, IMCOM, emergency service scanning for preppers, families, scouting, OXCOM, REACT, CERT, Neighborhood Watch, Guardian Angels, and EARS groups to keep in touch with other methods of communication breakdown. The UV9 Golf X-Ray adds several improvements over the previous UV9G Pro, including 3 dark color screen modes, so you can change the colors on the screen. New priority channel quick jump feature, which is just a button where you can jump to your favorite channel anytime you want to. Extended 1.25 meter 220 ham band receive range. It won't transmit on the 220 ham band, but it will receive. Roger beat, a bright flashlight, and stiff knobs. Stiff knobs are good because if you have your radio on your belt, sometimes you reach down and you might hit the knob accidentally, and if it spins really easily, then you might change several channels or turn the volume way up or way down, something like that. Ready, Safe, Go. Pre-programmed for GMRS and SHTF with 906 channels. So this one's the most expensive in the lineup today at $199. Again, they are back ordered because of popularity right now. But this one comes programmed with 906 channels. So most of your GMRS radios come pre-programmed with the 22 simplex channels and 8 repeater channels that are used in all of GMRS. It's fairly common these days to get pre-programmed GMRS radios. This one extends that. It comes with 906 total that include police, fire, emergency, medical, business band, MERS, a bunch of ham radio frequencies, and just all kinds of stuff that you might want to monitor in your area while you're needing to listen to something. So all of that is pre-programmed. It can be changed with the programming software that you can download for free from bettersaferadio.com. This is the great thing about this one, is that it's got a lot of stuff in it that you will probably never use, but you never know. You might just start scanning one day and find there's a frequency near you that gets used by business bands or fire and police personnel that you never knew was there, and you're like, hey, this is great information to have. This is great to listen to. I'm glad I've got this, and it's already pre-programmed into the radio. What do you guys think? What is your favorite GMRS HT that you've run into this year? All 3 of these were new this year. Actually, I think the 935 was from last year. It's a fairly new radio. The UV9 Golf X-Ray and the new BTEC were definitely released in 2022. Your word of the day right now is top. Top GMRS HT. Tell me in the description below what your top and favorite GMRS HT is and why. The top 3 GMRS... I think that they're around